Well, it's not taken me long to be indoctrinated as a junior member of the Warning Army. But am I now about to go one step further and become a disciple? Welcome to Acting is Reacting, where me, an actor you've never heard of or seen in anything, reacts to music, old and new. This one will be my third warning video, so if you've missed the first two, you can catch up on them later, but here's a quick précis. I started off by checking out their top 5 songs on Spotify and listened to the #1 track on there, How You Call a Dream. Off screen, I then listened to and bought the most recent album, Keep Me Fed. Having done that, my first vid went up and you all told me, do them live! So I did the same track from their Pepsi Center concert in 2023, and fair dues, you were right. Live just might be their superpower. So I'm going to stay with the Pepsi Center concert and go back to the opening track from that gig, which was Disciple, which is, aside from an intro-y thing, basically the opening track of their 2022 album, Era. Now, I haven't actually gone back to that album or any of the previous albums yet. I'm sure I will do at some stage. So basically what I'm saying is this track is going to be brand new to me. Now, before I get into watch it, if you could do me a massive favor and give a big like to this video and subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. Ta! And while you're doing that, I'll head back into my little TV room and check out Disciple by The Warning live. Here we go. Straight into it. Look at those phones going. It's a good bass line. Incredible. I missed that crowd, but I'm sure you got it right. I haven't seen Paul sing before. Talk about singing drummers in a moment. Okay, yeah. Over already. Wow. Okay. All right. Disciple by the warning. Only disappointment there is that Danny face obviously gets bigger as the show goes on. She was only at about a 5 or 6 out of 10 on the facial expressions on this one compared to the last track I saw, which was much later in the concert. Um, and if that's my biggest quibble, you know you're doing all right. Obviously, I didn't understand the words you said to the crowd, but I still got the gist. What a crowd. They clearly, for obvious reasons, love those girls. And as I said early on, Ali's bass playing was incredible. And then we all know Danny's incredible. But this was really more of a showcase for Paulina Powell. You let me know how to say her name, abbreviated or otherwise, I'm sure. But her on the drums, brilliant. And then she's singing as well. And yeah, um, I'm a drum aficionado, and there's a load of great drummers. There's also a load of great singers. The number of people who can do both, um, it's not many. And even of those, well, let's see, Levon Helm's my go-to, and he's not as good a singer or drummer as what we just saw there. Phil Collins, same. Don Henley, great singer, fairly average drummer. Um, there's others, but as I say, not many. Um, that was highly impressive. As for what the song was actually about, well, you know, this is the trouble with actually watching live songs where you haven't heard them before and don't know the words. It's actually quite hard to follow the words, which is kind of why I started with the studio track. But, you know, hey, it doesn't matter. I'm sure we'll get into that at another time and place. No trouble there. There's plenty of time for that. Anyway, if you hadn't guessed, I might appear to be liking them a little bit more every time I see them. So if that keeps going, my head might eventually explode on video number 7 or so. Now, I know there is lots more for me to check out from these, I was going to call them guys because I call everyone guys, from these women in 2025. So one that got mentioned in the comments last time that's piqued my interest is a cover of Alanis Morissette's You Ought to Know. So you ought to let me know if that's where I should head next, or if there's something else I must hit first. My life is in your hands, and I trust you implicitly. You haven't steered me wrong so far, anyway. I'm also really curious about you, Warning fans in general. So if you have the time and inclination, drop a message down in the comments below with your top 5 other bands and whether or not the Warning's at number 1. Whatever. Just tell me more about you and your musical tastes. I'm interested. You can find out all about mine on this channel. And YouTube currently have some suggestions for what you might go to from here floating above my head. So make sure, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe. And I'll just say bye for now, but I very much hope not for long.
Acting is reacting. This does not mean acting again.